forward. So what I'd like you to do this week, in addition to the chapter you're going to read, I'd like you to read this article, Qualitative Research Articles. So you come down here, you click on that, and then there's also a checklist. This is a good way to provide some structure in how you organize your thoughts and how you analyze a research paper. So I'll give you an idea with that. So I'm going to switch gears here. So here's the article. This is the article that we are going to be reading, and the discussion post for this week is based upon this. As you can see on the screen, there's highlighted sections. Now, one of the key words that I'm always interested in a question that I'm asked quite often, is how do you know from reading the abstract if this is primary research or not? Now, last week we read one of 5 abstracts, and right in the abstract it usually gives you many clues, and we can talk about this at our Zoom meeting. But I look at the abstract. So you can see the title. These are the authors. The abstract, first of all, what catches my attention, it's from Taylor and Francis. Here's the information that we have about this research. But right here, this is a huge clue as to, is this primary research or secondary? It says, the aim of the study was to. Right there, this is a study that these people, these researchers, conducted. And then you get down to some other information. 14 participants took part in the semi-structured interview. Now, we're going to learn as we go forward, interviews are qualitative. What was the sample size? 14 participants. So right there, we have an awful lot of information about this study. And then it goes on to tell, what was basically found and some other information. But what I'm always looking for in primary research is in the abstract some clues. Then in the introduction, we have this study is part of a larger study right there. It's a study. It is a primary study. The aim of the research. Next thing I'm looking for is methods. What methods did they use for this research? And right here, I mentioned what kind of methods. Let's keep on going down. I'm going to just look for some clues. Participants. We have 7 groups. Now that I'm reading this way, it appears that there's some kind of contradiction. We'll take a look at that. But participants, in total, 42 people in 7 groups participated in this study. So you go down and you say, gee, in the initial discussion, they mentioned something different. Well, I'd like you to read this and see if you can see the difference between this and what was in the abstract. Data collection. So how was the information collected? The analysis, meaning how did they do the analysis on the interviews? And for those that think of research as quantitative, meaning there's really not numbers. Basically, when you do the analysis on an interview, you are looking for patterns. You're looking for coding. You're looking for words. And we don't need to answer all of that at this point, but we'll keep on moving forward. What did they find? Here's, the heading. What did they find? Keep on going. All kinds of information down here. Discussion. This is where the researchers say, okay, this is the facts, and this is what we found, and now we're going to discuss it. Keep on moving. And then the final section is the strengths and limitations. So there is a way that we can look at any kind of research, quantitative, qualitative, and see, is this good research? Is this something that isn't good? What comes to mind is a lot of things I see on TV, and I hear that 20% of people believe X, Y, and Z. And, I want to know, where did that come from? And what 20% of people, first of all, what kind of research was this? Who conducted the research? And where did they get their sample? Who are these 20 people? Are they people from from the street? Were they somebody at a political rally? Were they so strengths and limitations really has to do with how strong is the research. And then, one thing that I like is the conclusion and implications for practice. So that's the article you're going to be reading, and I'll touch upon that when we get down to the discussion post. So one thing I can see one thing that I would like you to do, you don't have to submit anything, but I really am interested in you developing a research problem or topic that you're interested in. This could be something that you personally are professionally interested in. It really has to do with where your interest lies. Now, you don't need to do anything with this. This will be used for your final assignment, and we'll have plenty of time to get to that assignment. Now, I do want to point out in here, the interpretive review assignment, we'll click on that, and I'll come back to where we were. Interpretive review assignment. There's all kinds of materials in here, and including something like generation-wide learning. This is an exemplary learning of final critique that somebody did. There's all kinds of other materials and final reviews in here. I certainly encourage you to poke around here. You might get some ideas on various topics that people have used. And I will also find, here's some more final projects. I'll also find some other topics or some other titles that have been used in the past. So choosing a topic. Let's go to this one. I think this can certainly help you decide what it is that you're interested in doing for your final topic. I can see right now there's an issue with the dates in there. I will correct those. Your first 3 articles are not due on February 18th. They are due on February 14th. I just pushed that date off. So I will correct this before the weekly materials are posted. But this is a good place to also start. Okay, I'm going to go back to our content area. Week 2. Okay, so we're in here, week 2. There are the videos, information, identify. Okay, comment on the article capture assignment. And I say, note, this assignment is not due on February 7th as stated in the syllabus, and it was also stated in Brightspace. The new date is February 14th. We will discuss this particular assignment in our optional Zoom meeting on Wednesday, February 3rd. Not going to spend any time on this, but I wanted to let you know the syllabus is incorrect. And you may find this, I do this from time to time, in that I push the assignments out a little bit, only to allow us more time. So as you can see, this assignment will be due on February 14th. So don't worry about the article capture. This is the assignment which is due February 14th. But there is one discussion post. I want you to read the article, the research article, and then answer these questions. What is the purpose of design, sampling, data collection, analysis, and the data analysis strategy, meaning coding, making meaning, things like that, and then the overall quality. So it's best if you can get this done by Wednesday, Thursday at the latest with your initial post. And one thing that I have changed, and I apologize for those that wanted to see some other posts, there were a couple boxes clicked so you couldn't see other people's posts before you did a post. That was not my intention. This week you will be able to read some other posts before you do your own post. So that is it. That's a lot of materials, and I'm sorry it took so long. I will send out information and an official invitation to our Zoom meeting coming up on February 3rd at 7:15. In the meantime, if you have any questions, please let me know. This video has been far too long, but once again, there's a lot of materials that I just want to make sure I cover, and I make sure that you see where it's located. Best of success this week, and I'll see you all online.